It's a nice run out of club, and here we go immediately on the ERS button. He seems to have caught massive, not massive, spicy napping. No, spicy is immediately on the back. However, they caught the rest of the field lacking, with KDM being a little farther back now. Try to keep watch of Heat Gang and Meow. I want to see how that one goes.
Oh yeah, I'm on board with Meow currently. Ooh, Meow messed up going into Luffield or Brooklands and started to slide a little bit there. Oh, and another slide coming out of Brooklands or Luffield. Why? Wait,
No, you're fine. I messed it up right there too. I know
this
the
is like
rest of the
the
track, but that area. So, nah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. And a 3 second time penalty for Spicy.
this changes
And that will
everything.
kill every shot of going for the win for Spicy because, well, Gifted has controlled this race and Gifted will probably catch Spicy. So, that's killed it for Spicy, and Gifted is going to set the fastest lap again, probably because he's fastest in Sector 2 at the moment. He has a faster lap in Sector 2 this time around.
Corruption
And
made a
here we
move
go
on
through
Lobster.
club. Okay. Beautiful stuff. And we have, going through club one more time, Corruption will get a 3 second time penalty for multiple track infringements. And it is a fastest lap for Gifted at the moment with a 140.5. Now, I do really want to watch on board with Corey, and Corey is doing great. I believe it was time for the intermediate tire because he's cruising through the field.
Corruption is off again.
Jeez, Corruption. Although I can't blame the guys. Some of us aren't that good in the wet conditions, and I'm one of those drivers who sucks in the wet. So
Yeah, it is a really tough situation around here. Even when you lower the diff, it's still, you can definitely feel how all of the way that the tires are just not biting into the track. Zeech came out of nowhere. I did not see him. Made a move on Meow. Unbelievable.
I'm gonna watch
overtake
on
through
with
Luffield.
the rear wing of Heat Gang then, as we see Zeech immediately on the back, as we have a McLaren, I believe it was, off into the grass, and it was a McLaren. It was indeed Hot and Cold. Hot and Cold just decided to pull a Bottas and go mow some grass. As here we go, Zeech is going for the move.
Ooh, will it stick? It does.
Because he'll get the move done before the corner, and no, actually, they're gonna fight for it coming down Vale. No, they're not.
In the rain.
But Meow is gonna have a move down into
wow,
and almost contact, but Meow will get past Heat Gang, and Heat Gang is thinking there's no point in fighting this because, well, it's a preseason race, and as well, it's raining.
You can't do stuff like that in the rain. That was phenomenal. And maybe the inters actually are working.
And yeah, that's what I was saying. Corey might have pulled it off here because Corey is cruising through the field like it's absolutely nothing, and Corruption will retire from this race. That'll give us our first retirement of the race. And Corey is immediately already on the back of Massive Noogies. We could watch on board the rear wing of Massive, and you just see Corey closing in with that green walled intermediate tire. Again, it's just the better tire at the moment, though he does have a little snap here going through Luffield.
Jackson is really trying to get past Hot and Cold here.
We could ride on board with Paxton. We'll see how he's doing with Hot and Cold.
It's a three-way fight. You got Heat Gang trying to maintain his position in P6, Hot and Cold right on his heels, and then right behind him is Paxton. So they all are probably aiming for this P6.
Paxton takes a little wider of a line, can't get on the throttle as fast as the others, because again, all standing water, you don't want to really risk that. As Corey will immediately dispatch of Massive Noogies, and is now hunting down the Red Bull Sweat Randall and Night Knight.
Looking for those points.
As Paxton has dropped back from Hot and Cold and Heat Gang. As we'll watch the battle with Heat Gang. We'll watch on the rear wing of Heat Gang. Heat Gang struggling for traction. Again, those older wet tires might not be doing it anymore for him.
Going defensive down Wellington Straight. Lunge down. Ooh! Slight contact, it looked like. They're going to keep their foot in.
And like I said, Heat Gang will not give up a position that easily. And
he will fight tooth and nail.
Heat Gang fought him through left field, and there was it. Heat Gang will remain P6. As I missed something, because what happened?
It was about to be a really late lunge going through Corpse. Hot and Cold is really looking for this position.
As Corey will dispatch of Sweat Randall, and here we go. Corey coming down through Stowe is on the button, and he looks to be getting past one Aston Martin. Can he get past Night Knight as well? He will get past Paxton. I believe that's Paxton. That is indeed Paxton. He gets past Paxton as we see P6 up in the distance. Actually, that means Corey is P9 at the moment. He's hunting down P8. The battle for P6 is on with the intermediate tire on Corey.
Oh, a late lunge from Hot and Cold, and he makes the move, but is he going to keep it? No, because now the inside line is going to be Heat Gang.
Heat Gang will
and he gets past.
Inside.
Wow.
And Hot and Cold gets past, but Hot and Cold gets all slid up, and here we go with Heat Gang. Where's Heat Gang gonna go?
Oh, gonna go for a lunge. He cancels that. Oh, runs wide. Somebody on his inside now. And it's Corey on the inters.
Oh, and it's Corey on the inters, and Corey's up in a P7 already.
He is on a roll. I said it before and I'll say it again. Perhaps he knows something we don't. Those inters are really flying right now.
There is Corey. Corey is absolutely flying on that intermediate tire. And here we go as he hunts down Hot and Cold for P6.
All Heat Gang has to do now is just try and stay as close to Corey as possible. Let him be a shield in a way and just get the position just through sitting around, honestly. Don't let the pressure get them.
You gotta remember, this is rain. We could see another safety car at any moment.
Which I was actually going to mention as well for that. If another safety car comes out, I would not be surprised if a majority of the field starts pitting for inters, seeing how well Corey's doing on them.
Inters. Everyone will immediately pit.
Who would have guessed, is my question. Who would have guessed that the inters would actually work this well?
You can see the line. You can see where the inters would work. The only problem is the standing water on the outside.
Yeah.
And if you run it a little too wide.
And that's why I was so confused how it's working, because like you'd have to get off the racing line most of the time to make these moves, right? So here we are. Like, it's astonishing.
But you would mainly have to get off the racing line for more getting the move done before the corner.
That's true. Leech and KDM are having a bit of a scrap. Oh! Going through Corpse, there was a bit of a weird situation there. The Haas went off the track. Not sure if it was contact, didn't quite look like it, but I didn't get a great angle on it either. Side by side through Corpse is a terrifying sight.
Actually, I've been wanting to check in on our race leader. He is cruising. 78% on ERS. He has not been pushing in the slightest bit. When I tuned into him, he was at 90. He's just
There's a
cruising.
3-second gap to the guy
3.2
behind.
second gap. Nothing being done of it. As Corey will get past Hot and Cold and is now hunting down Meow Slayer. However, this is 3.9 seconds. We'll see how big the advantage is on the intermediate tires, because those are both new tires. You have new wets versus new intermediates. So we'll see how these go.
A lovely sight. I'm not a big numbers guy, but these are some numbers I'm definitely going to be trying to track. Zeech and Spicy are going to start getting into a bit of a fight here.
As immediately 3/10 are gone. Just like that.
These inters are really heating things up around here.
We're going to watch Zeech versus Spicy. Here we go. Spicy has to take a little more of an outside line, and whoa! Meow
makes
is
a
going for it on
move.
KDM through left field, and he gets it done. Beautiful stuff from Meow. As well, watch Zeech. Zeech is closing in on Spicy 90 in the McLaren ahead. He is trying to keep those wet tires cold, or in the perfect temperature, because he is going on to that standing water. But he gets a great exit out on Spicy coming through Cobbs, and he's on the power. And here we go, going through Stowe. Is the move done? The move is done before the corner. Spicy will try to hang on, but Spicy can't hang on, and it is Zeech up into P2.
A great overtaking opportunity, that part there.
And
Some
just
high
like
speed.
that, 1.3 seconds is gone from KDM's gap to Corey.
Getting a battle between Night Knight and Heat Gang right now. Heat Gang is muscled off the track. And now it's going to be 3 wide, back to 2 wide, through Abbey. Heat Gang is not done. He is coming back. He wants revenge. Through the
And
loop.
he does want revenge, because he is going for it everywhere. But these guys he's going against are on new wet tires, so it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, he is trying to get as much back. Like, all the ground he lost, he's trying to gain it back where he can. It's a little upsetting to see him down in P10 because, you know, on the safety car restart, he was up in, like, P4, so it was a great safety car for him. Really benefited, but just couldn't hold on.
It was, but I think his mistake was he needed to pit, and he didn't pit.
That, and also just a bit of poor timing, because you saw, like, when he was being overtaken, there was also, like, 2 other people that would always be overtaking him with him, so people would overtake him in groups, and it's like, it's never fun, because there's not really much you can do, so it was also a bit of, like, just bad placement and timing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Very unfortunate.
As Corey, give it up for Corey. He's made up 2.3 seconds from the 3.6 second gap that was had.
Meow
to
makes a
P5.
lunge.
He's made up so much, and Meow just goes for a lunge. Meow does not care about anything. He's going for the lunge. It's P3 for Meow, and they're tearing into Gifted's time. Gifted is still just cruising though.
How's Corey looking? Oh, there's the answer. Within a second, the car ahead.
And here's Corey.
Those inters really worked.
Corey can see the top 4. Corey can see P4. He can see P3. Corey does not care. Corey wants to win, and there's 6 laps to go in this race.
I've just realized the gap to Gifted has shrunk significantly.
Well, you gotta remember, Zeech is on newer wet tires than Gifted. If you look at our tire thing, Gifted is on 19 lap old wet tires, and Zeech is on 11 lap old wet tires. Meow and
Of course,
Zeech,
but
yes,
like,
they're tearing
you could
in,
steal
but
that. You could possibly take the win with that, honestly. Pitting was the way to go.
Actually, Zeech can't take the win.
Oh, right, the penalty.
The penalty, and he just had 2 major slides right now, and that'll bring him 2.1 seconds away now.
Actually, because if he didn't have that slide, perhaps if he kept pushing, he probably could have gotten the overtake as soon as possible, and then tried to pull away as long as possible. If he could actually have stolen the win, that would have been an amazing sight. Corey's made another overtake.
See, but however, the thing is, he's 27%. Gifted has been cruising at 60.
That is true, yes.
Zeech is pushing with everything in him, and Gifted's just been cruising. Gifted has no care. And as we look at Corey, Corey's up into P4. He's made the move on KDM. He's made the move on Spicy. It doesn't matter anymore. KDM's off in the grass.
He went to Narnia is where he went.
Yep. And now Corey's next victim is Meowslayer, as he is hunting down that Ferrari. The Scarlet Red Ferrari can only hide for so long.
I hate to say this as a Ferrari fan, but in the most respectful way possible, he's cooked. Once Corey gets up to him, it's over. These inters are just too good.
The inters are playing out to be the tire that should have been boxed on, and Zeech almost loses the car again. And here's what I'm saying: Gifted is just cruising. Look at Gifted; he's 60%, and Zeech is pushing with basically everything he has. He's losing the car way too much. He's having slides almost everywhere, and he's 1.9 seconds.
Yeah, Gifted has this win. I guess you could say the win was gifted to him.
Love the dad jokes. We love the dad jokes.
Got it from the energy. Wow, these inters are just flying. P4.
It looks to be P3 pretty soon.
I'm not gonna lie, Corey's gonna be my driver of the day.
Oh, he's driver of the day no matter what. I'd say he is. Arsenal will receive a 3-second time penalty for multiple track infringements. And here we go, as we are on lap 22 out of 26. Corey is 1.3 seconds away.
Oy, oy.
Corey wants this win. Corey, you can see it in him. He wants the win.
Just change the difficulty.
And there might be a chance. That's the thing. Let's see his current gap to the leader. At the moment, our gap to the leader for Corey is 4.7 seconds.
Oh! And nearly dropped it there.
Nearly drops it, so I think the best he might do is P3. But he has to catch. As Gifted still on 60%. PRS, Zeech is on 19%. Zeech is 1.7 seconds away. But again, Gifted has not pushed. Now he's starting to. He's 44% now.
If he were able to catch, if he's able to catch that Ferrari, then it could be a P2, honestly.
That's
very competitive field.
It might be a P2. He has to get past the Ferrari, and he has to push just a little bit to guarantee P2 from Zeech.
I think there was a slight mistake from the Ferrari there. You don't want to do that when the sharks are in the water.
Exactly. And here we go. We're right on the rear wing of the Ferrari, and the Ferrari is pushing with everything, actually. Have you looked at the Ferrari's ERS?
There's no ERS. Meanwhile,
is
Corey is pretty much a full battery. This man is on a roll, and a messed up corner again. It is over now.
Goes super wide, as Spicy is now on the intermediate tire, and he will set the fastest lap of a 138.2.
The inters were the way. Trust the process. Another slide. Yep, they're trying out the inters, and they're seeing, yep, that was the way to go. The gamble paid off.
As here we go with Gifted. Gifted is 1.4 seconds away. He's still 67% on ERS. And Zeech has finally learned. Oh, shit.
This changes everything. Corey made it. Wait a minute. Corey could have this as a win.
For the win. This puts Corey up for the win. Because the gap to the leaders is... The gap to the leader is 3.9 seconds. He has to close in that 9/10, and it is Corey who will be our winner today.
When we were just talking about how we've never seen him win, he is about to change that.
I will probably have to double check the FNL standings from last season to see if he won a race. But it's Zeech 8/10 away now, and now Gifted has to push because now he doesn't have that luxury of that 3-second penalty.
He is closing in. He's already 3.2 seconds in now.
Yep, this one might be going the way of Corey. The only thing is if Corey drops it. That's the one thing he cannot do.
Absolutely, but he's been pretty consistent all this time, so I think he's got this under control.
He is on 13 lap old intermediate tires. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this plays out.
No need to worry about the tire condition for now. Everything's looking good.
As we'll watch with Corey at the moment as he's hunting down the leaders. He's dropped Meow Slayer. Meow Slayer has can't do anything about it. It's 2.9 seconds. If he keeps it up like this, it will be Corey who will win out today.
It isn't over until it's over.
It isn't over until that checkered flag is waved. And here we go, Gifted coming down the hanger straight. It's 9/10 away from Zeech. Zeech is at 32%. Gifted 45-46%.
Paxton is about to do some crazy maneuvers here as they're fighting with Sweat Randall and Night Knight.
We should check the race director real quick because I want to see something. One. It looks to be only one. Hold up. Lap 3, lap 1. Hold on. Lap 1.
We got a Red Bull off.
And lap 3. Actually, this might still go Gifted's way.
How so?
Corey is on 2 warnings at the moment.
Ooh.
So this could go, this is anybody's race because as we saw with Gifted took that last track limit warning in the closing stages of the race. Could Corey mess up and take a track limit?
He's well within the range he needs to be in, so he needs to just stay chilled out here. He doesn't have to push. He does not have to push. He needs to chill out. That's all that has to happen, and the win is his. But does he know this?
All that has to happen. However, a lot of drivers want to be a lot closer, and he might want to be closer to guarantee that, and the whole problem is a slight mess up and it's over.
If I were him, honestly, I would not try to go for an overtake. You have the position. It's already within your grasp. Just leave it and take it. You got pull, or you almost got pull for the longest.
As we are on the final lap of this race, and here we go. This is where we see, is a mistake made?
And a mistake could happen on the very last corner of the last lap, so we won't know. But it sounds like he's being very reserved on the throttle.
I'm going to ride on board with him. I want to see how this last lap goes. He's 2.2 seconds away from the leaders. The win is basically his. All he has to do is not mess up.
That gamble for the Inters was definitely, I have to say, that was like an absolute strategic masterclass. I'm not good at strategy at all, so that was just, wow.
Oh, it was absolutely beautiful, and it's paid off. Look at that, 1.9 seconds. He can see Zeech up ahead.
Spicy's trying to make a comeback.
Actually, he might be up for an overtake on Zeech. It all depends how he goes through these 3 corners. Because he is... No, never mind. He's 1.8 away from Zeech. 1.9. Never mind, he's not close enough, but he is guaranteeing this win for himself. 1.5 is the gap to the leader. Oh, I'm looking at the gap to the leader. He's a lot closer to Zeech than I thought then.
Oh, come on.
1.4.
And
it
through the
looks to
final
be
corner.
the
Over the
way.
line.
What a
And
race for
there
Corey.
it is. Yes.
Wasn't pole in qualifying, but it'll be the win here in the main race in the wet. A gamble that could have went terribly wrong went so well, and it is Corey who will win out here in Silverstone. Absolute beautiful stuff from Corey. That's all I can really say. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Corey. Now, we're not going to discredit Gifted either. Beautiful race from Gifted. Commanding race from Gifted. Nobody could shake him.
That was phenomenal. For all of that rain, great stuff to watch. Very entertaining.
Absolutely great stuff to watch. Beautiful stuff.
I still honestly feel kind of bad for Heat Gang, though. Again, from P4 all the way down to P13. Horrible way to finish a race.
It is.
Never want to see it.
I feel more bad for Gifted though. He commanded this race. Nothing shook him at all, and in the closing stages of this race he took a race changing track limit.
It was so late, and there it is. Driver of the day.
It is. Give it up for Corey, driver of the day. What a race. Amazing overtakes. Easily driver of the day in my opinion. Yes, he dropped down from, what was it, P3 all the way down to P... basically last. He was all the way down in P15 last time we had saw him.
Mm-hmm.
Up to finish in P1. Beautiful stuff, actually.
Lovely
Wow.
sight. And as it said in the chat, the least boring full wet race.
The least boring full wet race.
My fingers hurt.